Thank you so much and welcome. But we see that you were born in River State and your state seemed to be burning. What's happening in River State?
Okay, so the fight between the former governor of River State and the FCT minister and the current governor is about sharing money. If not, what's the point? Nigerians, I don't dislike corruption again. But I've not seen anybody on the street shouting about what is the problem. Can both of them speak to the public and tell us what the problem is about? And then we are now denied democracy. So the River State is the only state in the country that can practice democracy. They've imposed a military rule on us. Secondly, is the fact that the president acted outside the constitution. Section 188 states how a governor can leave office, either by death or by resignation or by impeachment. It didn't say that one day you wake up and one man called the president of Nigeria will just wake up and throw you out of office. It makes democracy unstable. So that's what's going on in River State.
Right. And who do you suspect has a hand in all this?
The president.
What about the FCT minister?
It's between the president and the FCT minister. One, the president wants a power grab. They want to frighten governors who may likely not support them for 2027. And so the rumor is everywhere. If you're not careful, the president will remove you. If you're not careful, the president will remove you. So this is all about sharing money and 2027 politics.
But the president cited political instability and a crisis in the state as the reason for this move. I know already you feel like that's not true, but do you believe this justifies the declaration of a state of emergency?
No. What is stability? Tell me what is stability in River State. Is it between the governor and the former governor or the FCT minister? Or is
that's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need to know from you. You know what is happening in the background. We can only
hear that. Absolutely. If the president says it's insecurity, they blew the pipe. What about the other parts of the country where there is insecurity? Is the president saying that they should impose emergency rule on him? They can't, because he's a democratically elected president. Nobody can impose. Emergency rule on him because of the fact that there's serious insecurity in the northeast and the northwest. Even in the southeast, even in the south. So now the fact that those pipes, if they were blown, I don't know what happened in River State, the fact that it happened, the governor has no responsibility, has no security responsibility. Security responsibility rests squarely on the president. So why punish a man who did not commit an offense? That's the question to ask. Why punish a man who did not commit an offense? So anyway, that's the answer to the question you raised.
What do you think then is the impact of this move when we're looking at the democratic process in Nigeria, and what actions do you think should be taken specifically by the people of River State and Nigerians in response to the president's decision?
They should resist the president. The president.
How?
By democratically protesting against the president's decision.
And you've seen what happened to the previous protests. Who's going to protect the citizens of Nigeria when they do that?
One day the government will get tired. So in South Africa, don't you protest? Don't the police come out to chase you?
Yeah, but always the end result is people losing their lives. The end result is sometimes.
But has it stopped South Africans from protesting?
I've seen a lot of comments on social media, people saying, why are leaders like Ameache waiting until this unredeemable situation, which led to the imposition of state of emergency in his own state, River State?
Tell them to show me one Nigerian leader that has engaged the youth the way I have in terms of protests and other. I led a protest from Port Harcourt to the Port Harcourt International Airport. In fact, we broke the gate as governor of the international airport and walked in because they said Buhari will not fly into Port Harcourt. I led that protest. Don't forget that I was a governor then. I led the protest against the police to the police IG's office, and we blocked the gate. In the attendance were Buhari, myself, Dr. Nu, and others. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was supposed to be there. He was among those who planned it with me, but he didn't come. He disappeared. What is material is that I have led protests in this country, both as a student leader between 1983, when I got into the university, to 1987 when I left. Nigeria knew no rest. There were protests every day. We protested against Buhari when he was the head of state. We protested against Babangida when he was the head of state. All that was organized by me as a member of NANS, National Association of Nigerian Students.
Now you are a lawyer. And you actually did write a statement and you published after the emergency rule and mentioned a violation of the constitution. Now, for a layperson like me who's not Nigerian or who's not from Nigeria or someone who might not even know about the constitution, can you elaborate on how this contradicts with section 188 of the Nigerian constitution?
I already have told you when we started. What I told you was that first and foremost, the president reserves the right to declare state of emergency in areas of the country that have security challenges. Of course, the president has the right. Section 305, I think so, protects him, gives him that power. That section did not include the removal of a governor. If the framers of the constitution wanted to remove governor through state of emergency, they would have included it. Now they went to the same framers went to a separate section 188, and outlined the requirements for the removal of a governor. One of those requirements included impeachment, the death of a governor, or the resignation of the governor. It did not say that the president will wake up one day and just say, look, I've removed this governor. Then it means that the opposition will not have governors, because the day the president wakes up as a person in power, he will just remove all the opposition governors and put people who are loyal to him.
But he's not the first president to do this. The
first person to do it was President Obasanjo, and he was thoroughly criticized. They tried to challenge him in court. Unfortunately, the process did not get to the end. The next person is President Goodluck Jonathan. But President Goodluck Jonathan knew the law. The Attorney General to President Goodluck Jonathan, Mohammed Bello, did the right thing. He knew what the law was and refused to advise the president to remove the governor. So Goodluck Jonathan did not remove the governor. He left the governor. In fact, forget the governor. He left the democratic institutions as they are. The next person is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who then infringed on the constitution, and it's an impeachable offense because he has sworn that he will keep to the constitution.
Right. Now, where does the National Assembly, what role does it play in this? Because they've went ahead to endorse the decision of the president across party lines. Do you have any concern with that?
I don't want to embarrass the National Assembly. Trust me, I don't want to, because I was a member of the parliament. I've left the sacredness of the parliament the way it is. Since I left the Rivers State Parliament as Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, I have never criticized the National Assembly. And I've told all those who have passed through the National Assembly, especially those who have served as either Speaker or the Senate President, that the reason why I don't criticize is because I was once a member of Parliament. But they should check themselves and see whether they're doing the right thing.
So you're not scared of any persecution? You're not scared of anything?
Why
you don't want to comment? I don't know.
If I could comment about the president who will use the reckless power of the executive and harm me, why can't I criticize the National Assembly? Just look, it's of no use. In fact, criticism in Nigeria is of no use because nobody listens.
Let's talk about the president. Have you tried to reach out to because this is your home, about River State. Have you tried to reach out to the president?
It's difficult to see the president of Nigeria. That's really difficult.
So what do you believe should be the role of other state governors in this situation?
I agree with the PDP governors that they should go to court to challenge the president. I don't know what will come out of it, honestly. Again, I don't know how to discuss the judiciary. But they should ask their lawyer to file challenging the president if he has authority to remove any governor. As a lawyer, let's enrich the Nigerian jurisprudence.
Let's explore the security issues Governor Ameache cited as reasons for the declaration of the state of emergency. What do you think then should be the measures to address the security concerns without compromising democracy?
I don't know. I'm not the president. Security in the constitution rests squarely in the decision of the president completely. Because if the president can just wake up without you breaking the law and remove you, the president is not a member of the Zimbabwe State House of Assembly. He's neither the speaker nor a member of the State Assembly. The president is not the governor of Rivers State. The governor of Rivers State has not resigned. The governor of Rivers State has not died. Then he announces the removal. How?
So what do you think the governor of Rivers
State... I am surprised at the Attorney General. Again, I am absolutely surprised at the Attorney General. But again, he was my lawyer, so I don't want to talk about him today.
Today, if you had to meet Governor Fubara today, what advice would you give him?
No, Fubara is not the problem.
Yes, I know. But you are a lawyer.
Rivers people must come out. I've given you two solutions. I don't know why I say I'm not speaking. The first solution I gave you was protest. The second solution I gave you was that the PDP governors should approach the court. And I think they are approaching the court. They are approaching the judiciary. Let's hear what the judiciary will say.